evening, Cubes of the Cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here, and joining me every Thursday, we have Digger Jim. Jim, how you doing tonight, bud?
Doing good. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely.
Always happy to host.
You're my Thursday co-host. Gotta have you. You're part of the programming. And of course, making her fourth appearance on the channel, we have Candis Barbosa. Candis, what's up?
Hey, all good, all good. How are you guys doing?
I'm good. It's the end of my week. This is my Friday, so I just get to relax here with you guys and enjoy looking at some books. And
Agreed.
I want to thank you for coming on yet again, glutton for punishment that you are. So thank you very much. Now, Candis, for those that don't know you, we're going to do the normal thing I like to do. Introduce yourself for a minute or two, what you do, where people can find you. I do have your links in the description below, but the stage is yours, ma'am.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Hopefully, I feel like a lot of you might know me already, but for those that haven't met me, I'm Candis. You can find me both on Instagram and YouTube. For my Instagram, it's actually the name that I have there, at Candis Barbosa, and that's where, of course, I talk all things comics and just like nerd culture, all the things that we love. And then on YouTube, it's funny. I always kind of call myself like a traveling like nomad of YouTube, because I don't technically have my own like official channel, but I've been making like my rounds on a lot of different like channels as of like within the last couple of years, which has been awesome. Like, for example, like Gary's channel, and been able to like meet the community, which has been awesome. But I did was it this year? No, last year. It was beginning of 2023. I actually started a show on Shy Comic Girl's channel, who is my comic bestie. And with that being said, our show is actually called Comic Besties. And we started that about a year ago, which is just crazy. I met her through the community, and she actually is a Chicago local like myself. So we actually know each other in person, and like I said, she's become one of my best friends. But we do a really fun show, which is really just another excuse for us to like hang out. And we talk about we have a segment, called Comic Besties Back Issues, and then Geeky Gossip. So Comic Besties Back Issues is just to get us to read all of our back issues, because every time we talk to each other, we're like, we have just so much to read. And we both have very like similar but different types of interests. So sometimes like I'll bring on like really like obscure stuff, and then she'll bring like a lot of Marvel, but then there's like things like that we love that are like the same. Which
that's the point of the reader, right? Always having a box of stuff to read, or a shelf of stuff.
Exactly. So, and I feel like personally, I've been able to like read a lot more of my single issues that way. And then we also do the Geeky Gossip, which we go into just a lot of things that are either new to us, in pop culture, or things that we're excited about that are happening. You know, we'll talk about like Legos and TV shows and toys and just like a lot of other things, even besides comics, that we love, and be able to share it with everyone. So
now, when is your next episode of that with Haley?
That is TBD. Hopefully, I'm hoping maybe February. But don't quote me. We just have to figure out with scheduling. But we have actually, if you do click on I do have on my unofficial channel, which is just my account on here. I have my own playlist of just all the things, all the other shows that I've been on. If you guys are interested, as well as the Comic Besties playlist that's through Haley's channel, which you should check her out as well, which is Shy Comic Girl. Yeah,
and she's been on this channel 3 times already as well.
Yeah.
We'll have to get her back for a 4th as well, and get you on as a co-host.
Awesome.
So that's a lot. So you're not the only one that's nomadic on YouTube, though. There's a lot of people that just they don't really make their own content, but they travel throughout YouTube, and that's kind of a thing too.
This is me.
And I appreciate anyone that has allowed me on their channels and has made me feel always like super welcoming, and just been able to like get to know all you guys through YouTube. So it's been
I think journey. You've always had a pretty good presence, so you're a positive person, and you have like a true love for books, which is what matters, you know. You're a real collector, and I think that's what resonates with people. But let's go say hi to the chat, and then we'll come back to you and see some of those books. So first in, we have James Las Cruces. Nice to see you, sir. We have Hulk Collector Kevin. Nice to see you, buddy. We got me scrolling slow. We have Shop for Comics. Good evening, sir. Paul from Psychedelic Comics. Good to see you. One of my all-time favorite people, Jerry the Jitterbug. Nice to see you, buddy. We have Joe, Anachronic Comics. We have Milt Miller in. Good evening, Milt.
Nope.
Chuck Hensey. Good evening. We have your mom in, Pat. I haven't forgot your mom. We
Really,
have
everybody knows my mom.
Right? Dope Comics. How you doing tonight, sir? Comic Cap Collectibles.
Dope.
Good to see you. Did I say hi to Brad? Brad, how you doing tonight, sir?
Boy.
Just in case I missed him, he gets another one. Marco from Switch Comics. Nice to see you, buddy. John's Comics with Kids. Good evening, sir. Nice to see you.
Yes, Lego Builders Unite.
We have Mark Andrews. Good evening, sir. We have Mr. DVH, Dr. Von Hoots. Nice to see you, buddy. And I think, are we getting caught up? We have Raging Cajun Comics. Good evening, sir. Nice to see you.
Frog Brawler.
And I'm missing him. Oh, there he is. Frog Brawler. Good evening, sir. Nice to see you. So we are filling up really quick, which is nice.
Yeah, thanks for
So
tuning in,
Candis, we're
everybody.
going to kick it back to you, and we are going to let you. Hoarder's Hide, Scott. How you doing tonight, sir? We're going to let you kick it off with your first book this evening. But first, before you do that, how was it picking another set of books to come on? Was it hard to get more things you cared about, or was it still over?
It was only hard because there was just I couldn't decide between a lot of things. So after a while, I just like started grabbing stuff. I'm like, okay, we'll just pick as we go on some of them. But it's just because I have so many different interests, and I also like since I feel like some of my collection is very different. I like to be able to like show some different stuff that maybe like people don't know about, and be able to introduce people to new things. So I picked some of my classic picks of things like there's no way I'm not going to show things like that, like certain categories,
Right.
but then there'll be some like brand new stuff too. So I'm excited
Nice.
to dive in. I'm not even sure what I want to dive in with. Let's see. Sure, we'll start with this. Why not? We'll start with a Scotty Young pick.
Oh, there you go.
So I had to include a Scotty Young because he is definitely one of my favorites, and which I actually have had the pleasure of meeting him. I think it was 2 years ago at C2E2, and I got this one signed. So a lot of times I end up just getting his for cover buys, but I do like read a lot of his series that he's done, and this one I actually wanted to pick because of it being an Alien cover. Right. So now the newer series, I'm more going to talk about like the movies rather than the actual comics, just because I started reading the newer one. I haven't read too much of the older one, but I started reading the newer one, and I just haven't gotten around to finishing it. Like I do a lot of other series. But it's kind of just funny. Like I used to, like, I think maybe I'm trying to think, I feel 5 years seems like too much, but maybe like a couple of years ago got like really hardcore into like the Alien like series of movies. Like for the longest time, I think like my dad was trying to get me to watch it like as a kid, and I'm like, no, like I have no interest.
Once you get in, it's real easy to get hooked into.
Yeah. So then I think a couple of years ago, I started watching them with my boyfriend, who loves them, and then like once we watched the first one, like it was life changing, and I realized why people love it so much, and then got like obsessed and had to watch like the rest of the series. Yeah. So, and I just like love the design and everything of just like the xenomorphs and the face huggers and just the lore of it all, and just how all the different movies have connected. So, of course, like when I saw the Scotty's, I had to pick it up because iconic.
And I've been touting that series. Like the Alien series from Marvel has been really good. All the different storylines have been fantastic. But yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's what I'm kicking myself a little because I haven't finished it. But again, this is like I feel like my reoccurring thing is always like, oh, I start something and then I get excited to read something else. And then I go, wait, I didn't finish this other series. And then I'm ping ponging back and forth. And then I don't even forget. I forget what I even read at that point. But this is what I actually want to go back into. I forgot to pull it, but there was one that I also kind of reminded me. I did read one that was like a crossover of Batman with Alien, which was really fun too. So like I always like those kind of like crossover type stories with too. Like just give me
Right.
like the Xenomorph and then Batman, and I'm there. So, but yeah, I had to show a Scotty because his covers are always variants that I collect because he's just fantastic.
And that's one of the better ones, I thought, too. Because
Yeah.
you just to see him draw a Xenomorph all kitty
Oh,
style.
it's so fun because he always
Right?
makes things. Of course, it's like a cuter style, but then of course it's a Xenomorph. So, but
Now-
yeah, I really love this one, and it was also just special that I was able to get this one signed as well.
Now, have you seen any of the Alien movies in the theater?
No,
Well, you'll have your chance. Alien Romulus is
No.
coming out this year.
I did hear about that. I also let's see. I also heard that apparently they used like there was a what was it like a high school did like a Broadway play of it or like a Broadway stuff they did like the whole movie, and I don't know, I'll have to send it to you guys after because it was really interesting. But it was like they actually like it caught like attention of like the director, and they actually ended up like funding it so that they could have like really cool like set pieces, and like it looked like legit too, where they had like aliens coming out of the chest and everything. It was wild. Oh, hi, Bobby. Yeah, it was just like it's one of those things. And now it's been such a fascination. So anytime I see alien stuff, I'm like, oh my god, that's just so cool. But
most people like Aliens the most. I actually like the first movie the most because it's more of a horror movie.
Yeah,
and less
I think
of an
I agree.
action movie.
Yeah.
I like the horror element of that first one a lot.
Yeah, I feel like that's the one I probably rewatched the most. Yeah, I think it's just classic, and of course Sigourney Weaver as Ripley is so badass. Like, gotta love her. So. Yeah,
and I mean, and there were surprises in that one, which you couldn't do in the following ones.
True.
Yeah,
absolutely, Mark. It changed it. It saved sci-fi quite a bit back then.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
All right, great first book. And yeah, all right, number 2. That was amazing. Thank you. And John's Comics for Kids says Aliens has become his favorite over the last few years, but the original was his favorite for a long time.
So good.
It's okay to be wrong, John. We won't hold it.
Yeah,
I'm with you, John. I'm with you.
I know. I always tell people how much I love it now. Like I got Haley to like watch it for like the first time because she hadn't seen it, and I was like, okay, we're changing that now. Like we're gonna watch it, and I think she liked it.
Oh my gosh, you guys should have did like we did for the thing. You two should have did like a movie watch on her
That's
channel.
so true. It was like a last minute thing. I'm like, okay, we're watching it. Yeah. So the next one, I'm gonna kind of show like 2 because it's like kind of it's part of a series, but I had to do a Chrissy Zulo pick. I agree. I wanted to do a Chrissy Zulo pick. I think I did last time, and I had to do another one because I think she is I love Scotty, but I think Chrissy Zulo is like my ultimate like favorite cover artist for sure.
Or with kind of the kitty style.
What was that?
With the kitty kind of style.
Oh yeah, I know she loves doing a lot of like female characters, and it was very like inspired by Disney. So, which I've actually been able to talk to her too, and got like do signatures and get prints from her and things. And she's the sweetest person ever. But I loved the Halloween series that came out. I got, I think most of them, but I think I'm missing a couple. But these are like probably my 2 favorites.
Poison
like
Ivy.
These ones,
Nice.
Just like
and they're really detailed too. They're like the backgrounds are beautiful.
Yeah, I love those. Like I bought it mostly for the cover. But what was that?
And it kind of looks like a locket, like she's in a locket.
Yeah, they look really good as like a series, like just all of them. I have to still collect a couple, but I really like them. Yeah, because for a while I think she was doing like a lot of indie, and like she was just known on Instagram, and then she blew up with Marvel, and like DC, and then now she's just like everywhere and stuff. And then she does a lot of Disney, like inspired like prints and things. Or actually, I think she just came out with a Galilo and Stitch one that I've been eyeing. So
okay, yeah, from Dynamite.
But I think if anybody's going to MegaCon Orlando, I think she's going to be there. So highly recommend if you guys don't know her to go stop by her booth.
Are you a signature chaser, Candis?
Only to actually meet the people. Like I don't care like as far as like
you want the experience.
Yeah, it's more about the experience. And then just like not more for like a value or anything like that. Just like because it's something that's special to me, and then it kind of I don't know, it just helps me like remember the time and stuff. And, I don't know, it just makes it more special. Yeah, I guess.
No.
It does, and it's always nice when you meet a creator that you respect and they're actually even nicer than you imagine.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's how I
Right.
definitely felt like well, honestly, any of the creators I've met so far, but yeah, like especially like Scotty and Chrissy as well. So, and then Chrissy and I were just able to connect differently just because like for those that don't know, I am a graphic designer. So I asked her a lot of questions about like illustration and where she gets her inspiration from and programs and like nerdy stuff like that. So that's just like another fun thing, like another way to get to know creators, like actually just knowing their process and how they got to be where they are. So,
Right on.
Oh, we got Mark Andrews asking you a question if that was considered a cameo of Audrey 2 on the Poison Ivy cover. That's a good observation, Mark. Do you know who Audrey 2 is, Candis? I'm sure you do.
I don't actually.
Oh, Little Shop of Horrors with the plant.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes. I didn't know that.
Need
Yeah.
some more.
Okay, so I know the references. Never seen. Actually, haven't seen the movie, Gary. If that's one that you want to watch too, I'll watch it with you.
Oh, dude, that is a fun movie. We could definitely do a first viewing of that for you guys.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And I definitely would be down because I've seen it. Like I've seen the piranha plant from that. So I didn't know that's what the name was. So
yep,
Yeah,
Audrey 2.
That's funny. But yeah, I'm down. Yeah, and I've just been enjoying a lot of like Harley and Ivy stories, like them together lately, and them individually. So I had to get those.
Brad, you don't want to hear me sing, but if I was going to sing, it'd be the Steve Martin Dennis song. It's the best song in the movie.
Oh my god.
It's so good. It's a musical too, Candace.
Which I like
Yeah,
musicals. I like camp, so I'm fine with that.
It's one of those perfect movies of its time. And, all right, number 3.
Okay.
Right, so far, these are excellent books. This is fun.
Thank you. Let's see. Okay. So first, I had to pick another Archie because for any of you guys that know me and follow me, I'm a major Archie fangirl. So this time, I wanted to show like a different side of Archie. That a lot of people may or may not know. Of course, a lot of people are like very familiar with like just the regular comic strippy type Archie that's been around forever. But I wanted to talk about Archie horror, which is one of my favorites, honestly. I actually wanted to show the magazine version. I've collected a bunch of the single issues, but I like the bigger magazine ones too, which I don't see as often. But yeah, it's a really good series. I always tell people, okay, if you're getting into Archie, but maybe you don't think you're gonna really like the classic Archie, or it's just like too cutesy, or you want something with a little bit more of a plot, I always recommend Afterlife with Archie. I'm trying to think how long.
Man, when I was young though, I was hooked on the Archie digest. I would beg for them every time we were in the store.
Yeah, that was definitely me. That's how I got into comics in general. Oh, you read it? Awesome. I have to read the rest.
They've done so well with it over the years because they've turned it in. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but they've turned it into such a versatile property where you could just incorporate so much into the different. They have just the different.
Oh, universe. I know, and I love that part of it so much. Like I know they've had like really like bizarre ones, like they think of Archie versus like Predator, Archie and Sharknado, Betty and Veronica with Harley and Ivy, like Batman and Archie, like so many.
And they even did them with Betty and Veronica with Vampirella and Red Sonja.
Yeah, that one has been on my list to read just because it's crazy.
Oh yeah, and John brings up Vampironica, which is a good one.
Oh, I love that one, especially I think the first volume was done by Greg Smallwood, which I love. But yeah, the magazine ones are just fun because they're, of course, let me just show you guys a little bit of the art style.
See, I didn't know they made them in the magazine format, which is
I didn't either.
I think that was how I discovered it on my earlier like collecting days. Like when I got really back into like comics. Let me try to see what's like a good. Yeah, okay, it's not too spoilery, but it's like this kind of where it's like a really like spookier like style. Like
that's
utilizes a lot of like. Yeah. Like it actually looks scary in my opinion. Like it's a pretty good storyline. I mean, it's zombies. It's about zombies, but I think that they did it like a really nice merge with Archie and zombies. And It's just a good way to, like, if you like horror, this was the first Archie like horror series, I believe. And then now they have like so many different ones that they even come out with in like the last couple of years, including like the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina and whatnot.
Yeah, Jughead had his own. He was a werewolf, I think, and
yeah, that one's good too. But yeah, I really enjoyed this because I feel like it's a way to get into Archie without reading like the classic ones, if that's not like your cup of tea. But yeah, I think it's one of my favorites, and I was really sad that the series like ended, I think, abruptly. I don't even think they finished. I think I looked for like maybe like issue like 11 and 12 that they like. I think it's on CLZ, but then it never actually was published.
oh wow,
Because they cut the series, and then I think a couple times they talked about it coming back, and then I don't even think it
That's
is.
weird.
It was a shame.
Did they
Yeah.
release it in a graphic novel at least?
The first one, and then the second one, I think they were going to, and then they didn't. So, I actually haven't even like 100% finished it, just because I'm collecting like the single issues, and honestly, like these are probably a little bit harder to find than like other Archie comics, and plus I'm like been looking for like very specific, also like variant covers. So eventually I'll have like the whole thing. But yeah, it was a shame it got canceled. But I recommend it. Yeah, if you guys like horror, or
And
you
that's
just want.
okay. You always need something to chase, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, as a collector in general, you need a chase item. You got to have something you're hunting all the time.
Especially like, yeah, Archie's like one of my favorite things to collect. So I mean, I have tons of different Archie ones.
And you got John saying that his daughter Charlie loves all things Archie.
I love that.
And I know Archie's one of those timeless characters. He's and you know, he's been in almost everybody's childhood. People have grown up with Archie and the gang, and I used to love that cartoon they had too, the Weird Mysteries.
Yeah, I watched
really
that too.
I think that's what it was called, right?
Like, what was that?
I think that's what it was called, right? Weird Mysteries.
Yeah, Archie's Weird Mystery, or Weird Mysteries. And then they do even have comics that go with that as well. That I found like later in like when I was actually collecting. But yeah, that was really good. It was like very much like Scooby-Doo vibes. So I mean, I recommend that too. I think they have that on some of the streaming platforms. I'm just trying to remember where it was, if it was like Paramount or Tubi or something. But I know they have it.
Yeah, and those are fun. I've watched a couple of them, but it's a hard series to find.
Yeah. I actually do have the box set for that because that was something that I got like years ago. Oh, thanks for tuning in. But yeah, I recommend it. It's just like a fun watch. Something I haven't watched in a while, so I actually kind of want to now.
It's funny how some of those old cartoons still hold up for you, right? There's like a certain time period, and there's something fun about the animation. Like I thought that show had good animation to it too.
Yeah, right. I think it was pretty good. I know Sabrina had a more modernized animated version too that I really liked. So that was good.
All right, number 4.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna do another one that's kind of like I wanted to show two at the same time. So I think it was because I like the one cover better, but then one is actually like the main series of it. So kind of going with cartoons some more. I got the Batman this was the Batman and Elmer Fudd issue, but it was actually, for those that don't know, there was a series that came out. I don't think how long ago, not that long ago, maybe 5 years or something. Right. That was like almost like an anthology, because I don't think they actually went together, but it was like a merge with, of course, because DC is with of course Batman, but then you also have Looney Tunes in there, so they can do fun little crossovers. And they did one with like Batman and Elmer Fudd. I think there's what is it, Tasmanian and Wonder Woman.
There's a ton of them.
The other ones. Now this other cover that Haley actually gifted this to me. Was the Aquaman one. I don't think it was actually part of the collected series, but that was, oh my God, speaking, it was her ears ringing.
Right.
Remember this one, Haley? This one was just really fun. I don't think it, like I said, I don't think it was part of the series, but there's no way I couldn't show, because I think they did just some like ones that were just crossover covers, but not for anything specific. Right. But I do really recommend the series. What's really cool about it is I think it's like 5 or 6 issues that you can get in the graphic, like a trade, and it's really cool because they'll have one that like each one will have 2 stories, and one looks like more of like a Looney Tunes like episode, and then the other one is
Right.
more realistic or looks more like humanized. Like I think this one specifically was really, really fun because all of the characters looked really humanized. So like I remember like Tweety was like this little like bald man. Then Bugs Bunny was just like this guy with like bigger teeth, and he like chomped on carrots, but it's just like a man. Like that one is really, really good. So I recommend it if you are either like Looney Tunes fans or you want to see a good crossover. Yeah, I think it's good. Like an actual like the art's just really, really good. Does have like pretty good like storyline for what it is. And it's good for nostalgia too. So highly recommend.
There you go.
I think there was one with Pepe Le Pew that's kind of got canceled and is hard to find now, right? Wasn't there?
There might be.
I don't know. I'm not sure. First time me ever seen it. I've never seen them until now. So.
We had a couple at Rhinos for a little bit, and Chuck saying it went to a second print also.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I know there was a lot of like variant covers for that too. This is the one I just remembered to pull, but yeah, those are really fun to collect as well.
And I'm so surprised that in this day and age we still haven't seen really a proper, with everything that's been redone, we really haven't seen Bugs Bunny and all those Warner Brother characters brought back in any significant way.
Only Space Jam. They had the Space Jam come back. That was about it.
I don't think anybody counted that though.
Yeah. First one's
there it was. Mark Henderson said, "Yep, it was too suggestive. Pepe was a bad person."
Oh,
no, I didn't think that was crazy. I thought there was one, so it's like the priciest one because he got.
I have to look that up because I didn't know about that.
There you go, another hook item.
Yeah, I will have to look. But next. Yes, I read a good chunk of that one as well. That was actually the crossover that they did with Hanna-Barbera, which I also collected a bunch of those. Like Flintstones. My mom, I got like her like the Jetsons ones. I'm been trying to reread the series like a million times because I never finish it. But like Scooby-Doo Apocalypse, which is really good too. Like different like take on Scooby-Doo.
Right, and good art in that too. Those books are pretty pricey now too.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. I think I mostly, I have.
They're all like 10 to 15 a piece, and I think the first one's like a $30-$40 book. So
wow,
that's crazy.
Which is weird.
That's also like a really good series, and I think they did really well.
And Frog Brother said, "Yeah, he only acknowledges the Space Jam with Jordan."
That is absolutely fair. I agree with you. Okay.
Nice.
Next one.
See, I like that. Your tastes are very, very niche, and I love niche collecting because it's just, you get things that are so personalized.
Yeah, I always feel like it's things that are nostalgic to me or things I grew up with that I still love. I know Haley's always making fun of me when I share like my things on our show, and then she's like, "They're so random. Like only you would have this." Right, Haley? But I don't know, it's fun, and that's why I also just like being able to share what I love because then it's just different.
Right.
But it proves that there really is a comic for everything, and I love that. That's like when I got into collecting, like it made it so fun for me because I was able to literally find like we even were talking about backstage about like last time I was on your show, I had like Charm comics and stuff like that, Buffy, like all the things that I was able to find a comic of. So that's always a recommendation for anybody is like if you're trying to get into comics, just look for what you like, and they probably have a comic for that.
Right, it probably came out at some point in time somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're lucky, you'll find them in the dollar bins.
I feel like
so they don't break the bank.
Honestly.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly, Mark. There's comics for everyone if they're willing to look. You have Robert asking you what is your favorite horror comic?
I'm trying to think besides Archie because I feel like that's pretty light horror. I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I mean, I might honestly, it might just be Afterlife. I'm trying to think if I read anything else. Nothing is coming to mind. There might be something. I'm sure I'll remember later. But honestly, I think Archie comics, like for the horror stuff. I mean, if you're able to get me to like I feel like I'm really like if you remember this, Gary, with the thing, I was like, I'm very picky with my scary movies. So that's also funny that I would like Alien, and Alien's not that scary, I guess, but I mean, as watching it like as an adult, it was fine. But I think if you can get me to actually just like read a horror comic, then obviously then it's not too bad. But
right.
Yeah, and that reaction video is still doing really well.
Yeah. Yeah, that was so fun. And I really enjoyed the movie. It was like something that I probably wouldn't have watched it on my own. And once you got like me and Haley to watch it, I was like, I like it.
Nice. I know, and Caroline. I don't know where Caroline is tonight. I tried to get her on as a co-host, but I think she's busy. She never saw the message.
Next time.
Right? Or I'm sorry, we just did what? Batman and Elmer Fudd?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm getting lost in nostalgia. So
all right, yeah. Okay. Next one then. So another nostalgia for me that I want to kind of go through. Actually, let me take it off so I don't get
that is good. Noctera is good.
Yeah, Noctera is really good.
Some of these out so it's a little easier to see.
See, I don't know if I look at that as a horror book though. Noctera.
No, I think of more as dark sci-fi.
I mean, I
it's considered. The main character Val is so kick-ass.
Yeah,
I can't.
You love it.
Great placer, maker. Yeah.
Another one to put on the list then. Okay, so that's one I actually read. I got a while ago, but I read it actually recently. Just I needed something like just fun to read. I love collecting the Simpsons comics. I think. Well, I watched The Simpsons when I was growing up, of course. And then once I found comics for them, of course, I had to get those also.
Right.
And I actually like a lot of times even just like prefer reading it than watching it most of the time. It's pretty similar writing. I think Matt Groening maybe wrote some of them. I don't think all of them, but I think he's had his like part in the comic as well. And the comic's been around for quite a while. I know even like Free Comic Book Day, they did a lot of like, I don't know if they've done any recently, but they'd always do like the Bongo like free issues, and it'd always have like comic book guy on there, who I of course I love. So this one I picked just because it was Lisa Simpson, which of course like she doesn't have her own series, so this was just like a little like single issue, and it was actually really really fun. It has a lot of like different like art styles, but there was one that Lisa was envisioning if she was in like the times of like Cleopatra, the pyramids and all that, and the illustration style is very cool.
Oh wow.
It's like a more detailed, like I don't know, I'd say anime. I guess anime.
So that's pretty spot on.
Yeah, super fun. So I really enjoyed that. It had like some other stories that were geared towards Lisa, just because like, you know, Bart has his own series, The Simpsons just in general, like that's just their family. Like she usually doesn't have her own standalones. So I definitely wanted to get that one as well. And it even came, I didn't know it came with like stickers that are never coming out.
Wow.
They're never coming out, but they're really, really cute.
They are.
Little like
inserts. That's a nice little addition. Now, when did that book come out?
Let's see. This one might have been...
Right, Mark? Comic book guy selling papyrus. Worst papyrus ever.
This is 2013.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Yeah. And then this one's a really cool one too. Like just I think a lot of their comics have like various like artist styles too. They bring in a bunch of different artists for each issue. They're just really fun.
Right.
I also really like their Treehouse of Horror ones. Their episodes and their comics, those are really fun, and those only come out, of course, like around Halloween.
Right, but Treehouse of Horror is my favorite.
Yeah, they are really fun.
They always just kill them off in funny ways, and I loved. One of my favorites was with Homer was King Kong when he was King Homer.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They do a lot of like spoofs that they've done like or intros for the Halloween episodes. Like those are really really fun. Of course, like I said, there's a comic for everything. So I was happy to find those. And I've been continuously like, that's always something I look for in like the $1-2 bins at cons. And I always find something. Nice. And
that's another good thing about being a niche collector is usually what you're looking for. Not everybody else is. So you get what you want.
This is true because half the time, like
bonus.
Half the time I have to look for like the kids comics bins, and then there's literally everything I want, all my cartoony stuff from childhood. So I'm like, okay. I mean, of course, then that makes it easy for me to like want to buy everything, but at least I don't have to like 100% break the bank with some of these. But yeah, I really recommend those.
My brother talking smack.
Right.
Let's see. Next. Okay, now we're going another direction. Actually, nothing is really aligned, but I feel like a lot of like nostalgia. That's the theme. That's okay.
Oh yes, let me see that one. There we go.
I had to. So yeah, this one I've collected a couple Munsters comics that, I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like they're a little bit harder to find, and I don't think they came out with, or I think they might have came out with like ones like that were around the time of the show, but then these are like newer comics. But I had to. I've loved the Munsters since I was a little kid. My dad really, well, still to this day, just loves the Munsters and like got me into it. And
nice.
Of course, I saw a comic. I'm like, yes, I have to get that too. And this is just a really cool one without like just a virgin variant.
Yeah, I like that.
And Fred Gwynn, he was just like one of those actors. He always put a smile on your face. Like you saw Fred Gwynn and you were going to have a smile. You just knew.
I know. He's perfect. Yeah. And recently I even was like doing like a deep dive and like on YouTube of like all the different movies and kind of going down like nostalgia lane, because I haven't seen a lot of them in a while actually. But although I refuse to watch the what's his face? Rob Zombie.
Right.
I don't know if anybody has seen that and you actually say it's good, but I just can't do that.
Mark is asking you a question. What issue and when was that published?
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I think
cool.
you just sent Mark down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, I may have to look for that one myself.
You guys, a cool little ad in the back too.
Ooh.
Cookie jars.
I love my ads.
Yeah, I'm gonna be writing that one down.
Okay, so first of all, just so you guys know, it's
is it in black and white too?
Black and white.
Ooh, even better.
Exactly. Let me see if I can find like a page of how they actually drew it. Oh my god, yeah. Fake. Wow. Uncanny. I love it.
That is done so well.
It's so good. Let's see though, what year? This is the Munsters #1, August of 97.
Wow. 1997. So that's an old one. That thing looks like it's brand new, Candis.
I forgot where I got it from, but I tried to get a minty. It's pretty good. And it was published by TV Comics. I don't even know what that one is, but yeah, pretty cool. I think there's another one I have. I think that it was like a convention exclusive too.
Yeah, but Mark's already on the eBays.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are really, really fun. And they came out with like so many different merch and everything. And just for Christmas, even I got my dad, like I said, he loves the Munsters, and I got him like some of the Diamond Select ones too. That are
those are nice.
Really, really well done. But
well, the Diamond Select's nice too because they don't break the bank. They're reasonably priced. A lot of.
Some of the newer, the ones that are older, they are a little more pricey, just like to find them, and like also like mint condition if you care about like boxes and stuff. But yeah, I like from other, like what other Diamond Select. I love like the Kingdom Hearts figures that they did with Diamond Select.
Sora and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Keyblade.
Yeah,
I remember playing that game so much.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I love those games. Those are my favorite. I think at one point they were supposed to come out with an animated show, but I don't even know if that ever is happening. But looking forward to
the music in it was so good too.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I like to just like put that on like to relax. It's really pretty. Plus, of course, like again, crossovers. Anything I could do with like Disney. And then just like video games, and I think those are original like Final Fantasy characters, which I never played, but those are fun. Okay, actually, we gotta keep going with the nostalgia.
Yeah. All right, sounds good to me.
So this I didn't even know existed, but I had to again. So I Dream of Jeannie.
Oh my! I didn't know that.
Man,
you are spending all of Mark Andrews' money tonight. I think. Which is good because he fits everybody else's.
This one is I Dream of Jeannie from 2001 preview, and it's signed by just all the artists. I think I actually saw this at a convention, never knew that it existed, and then was like, okay, like I don't care even what's in it. I have to like get it for the cover alone just because like I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. This is karma coming back to him for making us spend our money.
Fair. So like the Monsters, this was actually on my mom's end of things. Like I was a Me TV kid that I loved watching that like after like grade school and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
And so I would love watching like I Dream of Jeannie. Barbara Eden is great. She's adorable. And I really enjoyed like watching those. Like I always love all those classic TV shows.
That show is almost as good as Bewitched, but Bewitched was better.
I know. I'm trying to think which one I actually liked more.
Just a little better.
I feel like sometimes I even gravitated like towards like the Genie, like I Dream of Jeannie, but I would always watch both.
Right?
I would always watch both like back to back. Because they'd always be on in the same time slot for Me TV. But
you got Joe with that one too, Candace. Now he's got to have it.
Let me see if I can show you. It's inside.
He says if you pull out a Bewitched book, he's signing off.
I mean, I didn't bring one, but I do have a Archie variant that was Sabrina that looks like what's it, Archie
Samantha.
Bewitched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Samantha.
Oh, and Milt's saying that Barbara Eden's going to be in Pittsburgh in April.
Oh,
yeah. Milt keeps sending me everything in my DMs about all these people that are going to be at Steel City Con. He's like, you need to come up. Yeah, it's cool.
Why do I know
Yes, these are also black and white. So we got little inside.
Nice.
Which is adorable. And then let's see.
I bet you that.
And I do love the black and white.
Yeah, and there's not like a lot in here because I think it's just like I said, it was a preview issue.
Yeah.
But there's some really great like just like full page, splash page.
It's solid art.
Yeah, I think there's like maybe one or two stories in here, or maybe one longer story. But yeah, just like it's so cute.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to color those in. I think that would be my problem.
Or you can just make a photocopy and then there you go.
And then Scott had some that were put out by Dell back in the day.
Yeah, some Bewitched books.
Yeah, I don't have any actual Bewitched books, but I would be down. Definitely keep an eye out for those.
Because I thought Elizabeth Montgomery was just one of the most beautiful people ever.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. Yeah, I love those. Those shows are just like they're so like wholesome, but they're so classic, nostalgic. I love them. Try to think what is next. Oh, okay. I hope Haley's still here, but
I love that you're spending all these people's money, Candace. It's so fun.
Yeah,
it's so fun to watch them get thirsty after some books.
Hey, I mean, if I could introduce you guys to new stuff. Okay, so next one. Hopefully Haley's still here. A shout out to her. But for Christmas, she actually got me a comic that I was eyeing and then missed it. Like it sold out, and then I was sad I didn't get it. So Haley got me my second slab. And of
that's cool.
Sabrina.
Yeah, it's Scarlet Witch almost. Yeah.
Which the variants from Stadium Comics, which I mean all of those like Archie comics. Oh, there you are. I know. What a good pal. What a good pal.
Right?
Wow.
I've never seen that cover. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, that is cool.
Oh, I love it so much. And she knew that I wanted it really bad because I was like, I should have got it, but I don't want to spend money on it. But she's like, I got you, girl. But yeah, Stadium Comics is like always take my money on all their variants. I probably post them like in my stories like all the time because they're just really cool. Like I got one that was isn't it? And it's just like Virgin variant one too. I think she got me the 982, which is awesome. And this was a Halloween, Archie Halloween Spectacular. Because sometimes I don't even know what the actual issue is, especially if it doesn't have the trade dress.
There you go.
Love you. So yeah, it's just the back. You can even see. Because I think I got a different variant of this one, and it's just like a regular like, Halloween story, but I just loved it for, of course, like the Marvel Archie crossover because I love Scarlet Witch as well, and perfect.
And it's just Sabrina. A gorgeous cover. Now, who did the art on the cover?
Who did? Yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh God, I'm gonna butcher his last name. It's Nuno Pereira. I don't know if that sounds about right, but yeah. I know I've seen their work for maybe other Archie covers actually too. So, actually, wait, is that it might be some of the other variants that I have as well because I recently
done by Haley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it so much. And I usually won't even. I'm not a big slabbers person to begin with. Like just something that this is like the perfect thing that I would want in a slab too.
Right. So. That's just a showcase for the art.
Right.
Yeah, and then it's just special because it's from my comic bestie. So, but yeah, definitely check out Stadium Comics if you guys want some good variants. Because yeah, I think some of my favorites they did recently was like they did the new Wednesday, like the one that was through Netflix. They did one with Veronica. That one's on my Instagram. There's like a Scooby-Doo one. I think they did like an X-Men cover. Like they're the king of homages. Okay, next. I don't even know what number we're on, so
we are at number 9.
Okay.
It doesn't just whatever you picked, we're gonna go through anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I try to remember though, like which ones I had specific things. I mean, I like
right because you got just.
I mean, I have a story
one with a story set aside. We're good.
Although I feel like I have a story for everything.
Right, that's okay. That's what it's about. Like, this show isn't about value; it's about personal value of the comics.
Right.
Absolutely. Okay, so one of my other favorite artists is Lee Bermejo. I don't know if you guys are familiar. This is the only one I think I have from him. So I just haven't like invested yet, but his art is stunning. It's so realistic. I actually got into him when I read Batman Noel. I don't know if you guys know that one, but the interior, like he did interior and the cover for that, and it's absolutely like stunning. I think it was like a Charles Dickens type story. So really fun for like the holidays.
Oh, nice.
But any variant cover he does or interior art is absolutely stunning.
DC's got him on lockdown. Like
I was gonna say
turning out
it's so good. One thing I'm eyeing is he has like an art book that came out and with all his like different covers and stuff. I'm like, I need that.
You got Joe saying is one of the top artists of the day.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm like sad. I don't nearly have enough of his collection, but I'm shy in the chat. But yeah, I just really love it's a different style because of course like kind of getting an idea like a lot of cutesier styles, but then I love just like especially like as me being a creative and then just admiring the art of it. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, how long
it takes just the craft of it.
That, yeah.
I don't think he did interior for this. I'm trying to remember what issue this actually was.
Yeah, I think he's mainly a cover artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
like Perillo and
yeah, except for Batman.
Gabriel
Batman. Let's see.
Yeah, Miko Soyan.
Yeah, what issue was this again? This was I don't actually remember. Oh yeah, it was for Batman 100 from 2020.
Andrew says he must be a good artist because he made him buy DC books.
That's when you know, right?
That's right.
Yeah, he's so good. I definitely want to add more of his comics to my collection. Okay, let's see.
Okay, she's decision making's going on right here live.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, that's why I had to like just start grabbing stuff because like I can't make decisions. So I think last time I did 1011, I talked about one of my favorite comic series, Giant Days, and I wanted to talk about like another one that was by the same artist and writer. Allison and Saren that they did a mini series called Wicked Things, which was really fun. And I wish that it would have went on because it's just like a good like little like mystery story, and it's the same tone. And of course, it's because it's the same artist, the same like and writer. It's like very similar to Giant Days, but just more of like the tone and the look of the characters and everything. But it's a I think she's like a teenager, maybe like 18, like she's about to go off to college, and she is like a kind of like a junior sleuth, but then she gets framed for murder and she actually gets arrested, and she has to like help right, and she has to basically prove her innocence, and then she just like also helps the cop like solve some other like mysteries and stuff like that. And it was only 6 issues, but it was really, really fun. And
it's a nice teen sleuth book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was I think like a young adult probably, I would say. But I think it's like a good like all ages book. I mean, I love boombox stories, and once I like Giant Days was when I actually like completed like the whole run, read the whole thing, which for me sometimes that's saying a lot since I never finish like stuff like. So I was really happy. Like I think it was one of the ones I collected earlier on too, when I got back into comics. So once I saw that they had this series, which I think is from 2021, I had to get that as well. So I really recommend them.
Nice. I think I remember seeing it on the shelves. I didn't hear a whole lot about that series though.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't talked about a lot.
An under the radar one.
Yeah, because Giant Days I feel like is a little bit more known.
And that's a Scout imprint, right?
Oh, which one?
Right.
Boombox, that's under Scout.
Isn't it?
I thought it was.
I actually don't know for a fact. Someone could tell me. But yeah, no, I love that publisher. I probably collect a lot of like those kind of stories because it's a lot of like very like slice of life, like cutesier vibes. So yeah.
And those can be tough sometimes because with some of those publishers, it's not like they're on a regular schedule. It's as it's completed. So you can read it, you're all excited. And then like 6 months later, issue 2 comes out. You're like, oh yeah, I got to read issue 1 again. I don't remember anything. And
it's Boombox is under Boom Studios. That's the main publisher. I don't know why I was thinking.
Scoot is the one I'm thinking of. That's under Scout.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's under Boom Studios, which the newer series of Buffy is under Boom Studios also, and a bunch of other series.
Nice. All right. So that was Wicked Things.
Wait, we're on 10. Okay.
Yeah. You're
sure
good.
I have my order right. Okay. Oh, I think I had 2 first. No, we'll see.
That's all right. If you have extra, show an extra.
Yeah, we'll just show them all.
Right, you pulled them out.
I should like 50 books in mine.
Okay, then. Yeah, I'll show that then. Yeah, so actually the same artist, that's why I wanted to also show like them hand in hand with Wicked Things. Oh, hey. Same artist did the Eat, Bang, Kill tour.
Right.
So if you recognize, as you can see, similar art style because it is. So I really enjoyed this one. Again, I think this specific series was only like 6 issues, which I know it's related to the HBO series, which I still haven't seen. It's been on my my watch list for like the longest time. I don't know if either of you have watched it or if you.
Oh man, that first season was insane. I loved it. It
was good. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch that. But I really love this too because I think it's like a tie-in 100%. And it was just really fun to like. I hadn't read too many Harley and Ivy stories, and I just love them together so much. And it was just a really fun like just seeing them and get into their shenanigans and running around from like Commissioner Gordon and seeing all the other like female characters in there. And of course I just loved how they were all drawn. The variant covers were really fun to collect as well. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it for sure. Nice. And it's a mini series too, so it's easier to read, even though I will say it took me forever to like, again, it took me forever to actually finish the whole thing because I kept restarting it. But yeah, I really loved it.
And Mark was saying that series takes place between seasons 2 and 3.
Yeah, I think when I read the last issue, it said like they're advertising season 3. So perfect. Yeah, it definitely made me want to read or watch the series.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I want to see if we're into
The extended story.
I feel like these are they're kind of both.
That's all right.
We'll say both are kind of extended. I mean, I feel like I have a story for everything, but
just have fun with it, Candice. That's all.
Yeah. Okay, so one I wanted to talk about nostalgia wise was Wendy the Good Little Witch comics.
See,
and
I like her in Hot Stuff. Hot Stuff was my favorite.
Yeah, he's is he in there? No, he's not in here. It's what's his name? Is it Spooky or something? Yeah, so this was actually one that I got, I think, when it was around the time I started reading. Oh, so yeah, side note. Yes, I am collecting Lurkon. And Haley too, which is like the Disney trading card game that just came out, or like maybe last year. Yes. So I will have to talk about that later, Caroline, because I want to see if you are collecting that too. But yeah, I think I was collecting this around the time that I got into reading Archie, so I probably was maybe like, I think 8 years old, and I think around this time the live action came out where it was like Hilary Duff as Wendy with Casper.
Really?
And yeah.
Oh, I know there was a live action Casper. There wasn't a live action Wendy, was there?
There was.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's probably not. I mean, I love it for nostalgia reasons, but I feel like probably most people would prefer like that Casper movie. I mean, yeah, they did like 2 Casper live actions that I can think of, and then this one, which was my introduction to her, because I knew about, like, of course, like Casper. Yes.
Right. And she goes, actually, we're playing this weekend.
Yeah, we'll learn how to play this weekend, Haley. Yeah, because I was really into Casper with, of course, like the Christina Ricci one. And then this one came out. I think maybe that was when it came out, was like earlier 2000s or something. I could be wrong, or late 90s. And Hilary Duff, who I grew up with also from like Disney Channel stuff, like Lizzie McGuire, played Wendy, and that was already like when I was like starting to get into like all these like witchy stories, which I still love, as you can see, to this day. So I became really, really obsessed with Casper and Wendy, and then my mom fed into it, and she I remember for Halloween, I wanted to be something really, really different than everybody else. So she made me like the Wendy's cloak. And
that's cute though.
Yeah, super cute. And I got really into that. And then she also bought me like a bunch of the comics, including this one. And that was just kind of like, besides Archie, like one of my intros to comics, which was really, really special. And I still love, like, I think even in the thumbnail I sent you, Gary, I have the Casper and Wendy sweater.
And I love, so those went way back, because I was reading like Casper and the Spook Brothers and all that when I was a kid, and I loved Hot Stuff, and it was just fun.
Yeah, I love all those too. What is the publisher? It's Harvey. Yeah, I love those too.
Now, do you guys play live on Haley's channel?
Oh, the game?
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean, both of us haven't played at all. We've just been collecting. I'm collecting with like my boyfriend, and then we've been also like collecting, trading and stuff. So but we've been talking about playing forever, so we're gonna have to we should learn how to do that, Haley, this weekend, and so we can finally play, because that one's really fun, because it's of course like bringing into like your Magic card games to in combination with Disney, which I really like the art on those.
Now, was Wendy one of the first witch series you read that got you into witches?
Probably Red, yes, but Charmed came before that.
Yep. Well, I knew about your Charmed obsession.
Yeah. Charmed was like 98. I got into that. I was pretty young. Here I was like a couple years older. But I think, I mean, yeah, as you can see, Sabrina. Also Sabrina, I watched Sabrina, the Melissa Joan Hart one. Thanks for tuning in. What
do you think of the darker Sabrina show that was on Netflix?
Okay, so I didn't finish it, but I did enjoy some of it. I want to kind of like go back into it, but I remember I didn't like as much like the Chilling Adventures, like the comics as much. I think there was like another modern series that came out that wasn't quite like the classic Sabrina, like ones from the earlier years, but it wasn't like chilling, and it was kind of like a happy medium where it was like not overly creepy, and the art was like not as dark either.
Not overly campy either, right?
Yeah, so it's like I like that one a lot. Cannot think if that was a Mark Waid series. It might be. But yeah, eventually I will watch it again because I really love like the actress a lot. I can't remember, was she the one that was from Mad Men? Yeah, I think so. Like Kiernan Ship or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I think she was a good choice. But yeah, I'll just have to get around to like finally finishing it because I think they only had like maybe 3 seasons or it didn't last that long. So
yeah, like 3 seasons and a special.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know. Yeah, they did like a crossover with Riverdale. I heard, which I haven't finished that yet either because that's a whole other thing. Riverdale. But yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else with one thing, but yeah, I still love to read the comics and still love to like collect a lot of like merch from that. Got a couple like toys from my collection that I've gotten in the last couple years with them, and yeah, so just a little special. Has always a special place in my heart.
Why is Caroline trying to hurt you, Jim? She's got to bring up old wounds.
Yeah, I'm not paying no mind to Caroline. I'm gonna go down there and take care of her.
Hey, we're having a nice, friendly show.
I swear.
All right, so what is your spec pick, Miss Candis?
Okay, so I actually give Haley credit because I was like, what should I do? And then she's like, Dazzler. I'm like, oh, good idea. So as you know, Gary, me and Haley love Dazzler with you. So I had to show, of course, like the issue 1.
Right.
And I think this is the one that also is the the white page
error variant?
Yeah.
Yeah, the error
which I
variant.
got.
Where the ads in black and white?
Yeah, exactly. And I remember Haley actually got me into Dazzler. I think it's a series that we're both have been like collecting alongside each other, and we've been trying to read more of it for Comic Besties as well. But I just absolutely love her. Of course, we know that I'm assuming either with if Taylor Swift ends up being her or whatever, I would imagine that.
I have a different casting choice, but I'll tell you after.
I don't know. I'm open to whoever. I mean, I don't know. I did get, speaking of Stadium Comics, they actually just got one that was it this one? I think it was this Dazzler cover, but it was with Veronica as her. Which
nice. It was really, a good homage cover, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up then, because there was a witch one that came out. I can't remember the name of it. I have it, Witch Blood. And the first issue had a Dazzler homage.
Yeah, I've seen it. I think Haley has that one. Yeah. It's on my list, my wish list.
Nice.
But it's a really good series, and she's very underrated, I think. So I hope that
heard me talk about it.
Even like I hope that like they have like more series for her, because I thought didn't they have like a modern one that came out, and then I don't even know if they did. Was it even long?
Read it. There was a 6-issue miniseries that came out last year called The Exterminators, and it was with her, Jubilee, Boom Boom, X-23, and
maybe that wasn't the one I'm thinking
great.
Of. Yeah, well, I will add that to the list for sure.
There's 42 issues of that. There's a graphic novel, which the graphic novel is not great. It's like they had no idea what they were doing with it. But to go along with that series, there's a 4-issue series called Beauty and the Beast with her and the Beast.
Oh, I think I do know about that one. But yeah, I don't think I collected any of that yet. I have I've been trying to collect the single issues, and then I have like the Marvel like essentials for her too.
That's trying to get put in timeout.
Yeah.
So she's one of my favorites so far. And I just always loved her because like just 80s. She's like the definition of 80s right here.
And I would love to see them do a time period movie with her where it's in the disco era, like the late 70s, and have
that'd
her
be so cool.
just her in the 70s. You don't have to put a lot of other mutants or stuff there, and
right.
It would be fun. And
I
cast
love
Dua
that.
Lipa as Dazzler.
Dua Lipa.
Yeah, I could see that too.
No, Taylor Swift is fine. She gives 100% to everything she does. I'm not hating on Taylor at all. If she gets it, she would be great. But for me, Dua Lipa.
I love Dua Lipa.
It would be the biggest. Let's put it this way: it would be the biggest secret ever held if she's in that Deadpool movie as Dazzler.
I think that's what people are rumoring. I don't know if she's like officially like
the biggest secret.
Yeah. I feel like
I just don't think it's happening.
Yeah. But
I just don't think I don't think she's in it. I think that she's like, I got too much stuff going on to be in your goofy movie. And because it would have come out. There's just nobody can hold something like that. That'd be huge.
Yeah, I think it's just a rumor right now. I don't think they've officially said. And then I wanted to show just like another cover that I actually happened to like pick that I had that was related. This was just one of my favorites that I've seen so far. Just because
it's like, that one. Yeah,
that one is so fun. Of course, like
that's
with
awesome.
The Michael Jackson homage. That's just really, really fun.
I gotta get that one.
She has a lot of really, really good covers. So
there's a beautiful Joe Jusko one where it's just like kind of a glamour shot of her, and there's like a scene going on below her. It's great, but there's a lot of really good covers. And that series, I know you two are reading it, right? It's up and down. Like the first like 17 issues are a lot of fun and great, and then it's a rocky road until the end. Like some are good, some are not good, because all of a sudden they started switching creative teams. They didn't know where they were going with it. So enjoy the first half, and power through the second half.
Right? Good to know.
And Bill Sienkiewicz did a lot of he had like a whole run on the Dazzler covers. It was like 6 or 7 issues, I think.
I think either of us don't have the full run yet. I mean, a lot of times we're like, do you have this issue? And then we realize we end up buying each other the same things. It's just like it's turned into like a funny thing now of like trying to like get each other to both like have our full runs, but then I don't think we're even close yet, or maybe like halfway.
I would say it's not a hard run to put together because nobody until this year nobody was looking for Dazzler. Now
so I think we better hurry up, Haley, before any movie comes out or anything.
Right.
I mean, the people that were making fun of us for liking Dazzler last year are now like, oh, I need to get that Dazzler. No, you don't. You don't like it. Stop. You were making fun of me for liking it. You don't need it.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to show one more
go ahead.
Story-ish one, I guess. It's kind of like a two reasons. So I wanted to show one of my Barbie comics. Now,
oh, nice.
Yeah, that was just fun. Again, like for nostalgia. And actually, let's see. One thing I started doing in honor of turning 30 last year was I wanted to do like collecting 30 comics from the year I was born. Oh, thanks for stopping by. Thank you. I wanted to collect 30 issues for my 30th birthday, and I had to have like a cover date or be published like for October of 93. So that was I only got through like maybe half of what I wanted. But then Haley made me feel better and said, well, you're 30 for a year, so you have time to finish up.
Right.
So I had a couple Barbie issues on there. So that was like one of the reasons like I wanted to collect this one. Although I already had started collecting Barbie and even before all like the movie coming out and all that. I was definitely like a Barbie girl growing up, and like Archie and like what was the other thing? Jimmy Genie. My mom passed on like loving Barbie too, and she's like always been like a Barbie collector, so that was something that like we got to always like share too. But these are really, really fun. They kind of gave me like Katie Keene vibes, but Katie Keene of course is better. But very like similar. And they had like for doesn't know, they had like 2 different types of series. One that was just like a regular Barbie series, and one that was what was the fashion line, which I think this is the fashion one.
Right.
And they're really, really cute. It's also, but it's although it's kind of funny reading them as an adult, and like I swear, like every page is like they literally do like a whole like hi Barbie thing in these comics where it's like hi Barbie, or like okay Barbie, let's go to the mall here, let's go, like they have to say Barbie or Ken or somebody like every other sentence, which is kind of funny. But they're fun. That's one that I've been like slowly collecting these, and they're not that hard to find. It was a series done by Marvel too, which is really interesting. And yeah, this one was issue 30 from October of 93. I mean, just the art style is like it's what you would expect. Nothing crazy, but one reason I love
it's fine art. It's fine art. It fits the character.
I think for what it is.
Yeah.
Also, we got Barbie heads in the back, so that's pretty cool.
I think my LCS
you knew
with
that was
Rhinos
gonna
right
be
now,
there.
we have like 20 Barbie #1s in the back room that are just sitting.
Cool. Yeah. And I think also just like me and Haley, we were reading like a bunch of the Katie Keene ones, and we really noticed that like around that time they did a lot of like artists, or not artists. They would have kids like write in and then like create fashions and stuff like that. And I don't know if this was a similar vibe, maybe not, but it kind of had like where there's a lot of like fashion type like splash pages and things like that for the era. I don't remember reading a lot of these as a kid, but of course, like that was something that I had to get as an adult. And I want to definitely keep collecting just because it was a really special time in my childhood and something I got to share with my mom. And actually, we still share that. I mean, I went to go see the Barbie movie with her, and we always like watch like Barbie YouTube stuff together.
Did you guys like the movie?
Yeah, it was good. For us, it was like fun to like see all of the, I don't know, I guess Easter eggs for like all the different Barbies, because I've learned a lot from her. Yeah, actually, I do kind of remember those. Maybe not the 80s ones, but I do remember, I think, the ones I did like in the 90s. For sure. I think that was it. Yeah. Which, I mean, honestly, that was probably like one of the better Barbie eras, was like 90s or maybe 80s to like early 2000s, I'd say. For sure. But yeah, we really enjoyed the movie, and it was fun to like just like, we ended up watching like one of those YouTube videos after the fact that like called out like all the like Easter eggs and going through it and like, oh yeah, I know that Barbie that you're talking about, because my mom has been collecting them since like I think even before I was born. And she has like really, really cool ones. Like she has yeah, but it's really awesome. I mean, her and my dad, they, as you can kind of guess, they always loved like collecting like different toy lines and stuff like that, and they got me like into that and with the comics.
Nice.
They're not big like comic collectors in comparison, but they definitely with the toys, like they'd take me to like toy shows and stuff.
Where you got your collector bug from.
100%. It's all their fault. But they always made it like really like accepting and really fun. And that's something I still enjoy with them. And of course they love like me getting into like comics and all that stuff. Yes, it is real. I have that one too. I have pretty much like all my Barbies from when I was growing up, and I have the one that was what's the word? I guess discontinued. Because I guess there's a lot of mothers out there that didn't like that Barbie was, or Midge, I guess, was pregnant, or like showing like the belly. So they took it off the shelves. But my mom was like, no, I don't. That's cool.
Yeah, we gotta get that.
So it looks kind of funny because it was like a magnetic stomach, and then it had like a little baby in there, and then yeah, it's kind of funny. But it is funny that they did show it in the movie and like all the other. Oh, there she is. Yeah, it was good. I think for us, it had like a lot of unexpected parts of just like it being about like other like social issues and things like that, which was really, really interesting. But then we just loved it mostly for the nostalgia of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those were really fun.
I mean, it had to be fun seeing it with your mom. You guys had that whole history with it, right?
Yeah, that was really fun. Walmart baby Barbie.
Well, I always
Awesome.
I remember I almost bought the Tomb Raider one when it came out.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I'm a big Lara Croft person. I thought about it. I just didn't want to spend the money on it.
Do you have anything like that, Mom? I don't know. The one that she does have that I really love is she has like a Barbie as Barbie as Betty and Veronica. They did make some.
Ooh.
Right.
And yeah, and like they're actual Barbies. Like there was some like just doll of them, but they had those. I think like a bunch of like DC. They did all the movies, stuff like that. Actually, I was out shopping with my boyfriend downtown, and I came across like a vintage store, and they had a bunch of like the old magazines and stuff too. So that's what me and my mom will be doing when we see each other for lunch tomorrow, is going through the magazines and kind of like looking at those and stuff, so like just reminiscing.
And Barbie used to be one of those toy lines. I don't know if it probably still is, but they did all the different price points, so every kid could get a Barbie. You know, there was like they made sure there was like there was the affordable Barbie, there was the mid Barbie, there was the high tier Barbies. There was just Barbies for every price.
I would say they still have that, although I feel like just like with the collectors have gotten even crazier than they used to be. So I feel like they even skyrocketed even more with a lot of the newer Barbies that are really, really cool. Just a lot of money.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but my mom, I know she collected a bunch of the Barbies from the movie that came out, because they had Barbies that were like, they made the Kate McKinnon one. They're the weird Barbie. They actually made one of her,
Weird
which
Barbie.
was awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so fun.
The movie.
Huh?
I still have to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, well, if you at least look up Kate McKinnon, Weird Barbie, like that's literally.
All right.
That's what
right now.
My wife went as Weird Barbie for Halloween this year.
Oh, that's awesome. Actually, I was a Barbie too, because it was around the time of my birthday, and actually Haley was there. And I dressed up as, I was called a Jam and Glam Barbie. That was like it had like a purple wig, and it was like a rocker Barbie from like the early 2000s. So that was fun. Made my birthday fun to go out for Halloween.
Now, but the real question for you, Candis, is, did they make Charmed Barbies?
They've made Charmed dolls, but they're not very cute. And
it wasn't the official Barbie line, huh?
No, it's like, what are those dolls called? Like, I'm sure you've seen them, because even they have them at like Target, near like the figures and stuff. Trying to think what the brand is. I can't honestly remember. I'll have to send you a picture of one of them, because I do have some of them just for the collection, but I don't think they're very cute. They don't do any of the girls justice whatsoever. I'm still waiting. Actually, wait, they are coming out with a Phoebe Soda Pop Funko, which is like okay, but I'm hoping that means that they're gonna come out with like Funko Pops, because I know a lot of people have been doing like customs for those, and I would really like them to do a Funko.
Well, that property is so big, I'm surprised they haven't done it yet at Funko.
Yeah, I'm guessing it was like maybe it was a licensing thing, but hopefully now that they at least have that one, maybe they'll come out with more. I don't think they had anything else. I think that was it. Oh, and figures. They did figures that actually were pretty good. They had one that they did 2 waves. One wave was like each one would come with like a part of the attic. And then it was it was Piper, Phoebe, Paige, and then the 4th one was a Balthazar, which was really, really cool.
Oh, okay.
Then the 2nd series was related to the 6th season when they're in Valhalla. Yeah, I think pops are starting to. Yeah, I know. I've seen a lot of different pop stuff being revealed. I mean, I always follow.
We know when those get released, that Candis will be making a trip.
Yeah.
What's gonna kill you is having to get the chases, right?
For like the soda pop, or
for the pops, for the Funko Pops, if they have chases of the Charmed.
Yeah, I don't know if they will, but I mean, I'm gonna definitely try. That's for sure.
Right.
I mean, I feel like that's a little bit more niche than Buffy, so I feel like it might be a little easier, because they had pops for Buffy too that ended up being like more valuable. Some of those can run for a lot of money, but I'm hoping then, because Charmed is not as popular as Buffy, that I'll be okay.
Right.
Right.
But wow, Candis, incredible books, and
Thank you.
that was
Excellent.
literally just so much fun. That was fantastic.
Oh,
Thank you.
good. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really fun being able to share with you guys and with everyone else. Just my very, very random collection of things, but it's just all things that have been really important in my life, and just really fun that there was been like a comic for everything. Because I think it just makes it more special when it has like those personal touches to it for sure. So yeah.
Right,
There you
and
go.
that exactly,
Yeah.
and that's what this show's about, man. Those things that you just love. But that was great. Thank you so much for coming on again and
Yeah,
presenting them.
thank you for having me
Oh,
again.
Oh, anytime. All you have to do is mention it, and we'll get you on. We're gonna go
Yeah, I
around and see
saw
what
that.
everyone's got coming on. I mean, you saw it didn't take long to get you on again.
Yeah,
So
I thought that was funny.
I'm like, you don't have to tell me twice. I love having people back because everyone's got
Right
more
on.
than 10 things they love, you know?
Oh yeah, I mean, a lot of short boxes.
Right. That's why
Yeah.
it's not a
Look,
top
Mark.
10. It's just 10 things you love.
Look at Mark Andrews put. Just FYI. You see it?
You got the Munsters book for $15 Canadian. There, I spent money.
Money.
Yes, I love that for you.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
And you got Joe. They're
Yeah.
gonna be, and they're looking for the I Dream of Genie ones too. Don't let them fool you.
Yeah, for sure. They're on eBay
Well,
looking
feel
for
free
sure.
to DM me if you guys find anything different than the covers I showed, because I'm still trying to collect probably the rest of them at some point.
Well, if I see any around here, I'll grab them.
Awesome.
Jim, what's coming up for you, bud?
I have, the weather is making it better, so I can definitely go out and dig. I won a actual metal detecting machine off of another channel, and I never used it before, so I got to go play with it. So I figured I might make a video with that new machine. But I also have something that I'm wanting to talk to my son about. He is I'm hoping to get him on here with me, and we do like so it might end up just being shorts, but he has a lot of Godzilla stuff. I mean, a lot
Cool.
of Godzilla action figures. And I don't know the first one for the second one. They are, but he knows every detail about them. So I'm hoping that he'll showcase that with me, especially with the movie Godzilla Con coming up in, I think, the next month or so. I thought it'd be fun. We've been to G Fest together like 3 times throughout his life. It's actually
That's
in Chicago. It's right outside in what is it, Rosemont, Illinois.
Yeah.
Is that
I
a
don't
hotel?
even know if I knew about that one.
Yeah, it's basically like a Godzilla con. So I'm hoping to
I got my first Godzilla one coming to me. It should be arriving tomorrow.
Nice.
I got it from the princess over at Comic Gains.
Right on. So that's kind of what I'm working on. And then I'll be like I'm like Candis. I'll be, here, be there, be everywhere. You'll see me around.
All right, so coming up for me, we have Roscoe next Tuesday, and then we have Garage Geek David on Thursday. So we got that coming up. Also, I'm going to put a little plug in here. I'm going to bring up the cover. Releasing, I believe it's going to release Saturday. You'll be able to get either paperback or digital. And it's going to be, let me look it up.
Is it on Amazon?
It's going to be on Amazon. But it releases on Saturday, I believe. I'm just waiting on I have to switch a cover out to make it final. I had to have my guy edge it up a little bit, but I'm going to bring up the picture here and show you guys. Because of course, usually I've only picked it up like 1,000 times, and now that I want to show you guys, I'm fumbling everything up. No, not that one. They're all. My goodness. I'm sorry. I'm flubbing it all. So I'm going to make myself big a second, and then we're going to see what's coming up for Candis. So coming up, releasing this Saturday. This is, I love short fiction. I think I got into that from like Robert E. Howard writing short fiction. So my short horror book, The Need, will be out this weekend. You'll be able to get it on Amazon digitally and in paperback. So cover art
I'm
by
buying it.
Danny Fisher. So
Very cool.
Gary
I'm excited
wrote his
for
own
that
thing of
release.
George
That's
I'm
Pickens.
nervous
amazing.
what everybody. Well, I mean, I shopped it around for a while, and I made sure I got it all corrected, and it was nice to plug everything in, and nothing needed to be fixed, but the cover for the print copy because it bled over a little, so I
Yeah.
got resized.
Nice.
But Candis, what's coming up with you? Plug your show again with you and Haley.
Yeah. So next show for Comic Besties is TBD, hopefully next month. But if otherwise, like you have some time to catch up, we have a playlist of all of our Comic Besties issues episodes from last year that you could check out. They're a lot of fun. We have so much fun, just like basically just as our excuse for us to hang out and be able to hang out with you guys. So hopefully that we'll be having one of those soon. And then otherwise, yeah, I'm always floating around. Usually on Tuesdays, I'm on not on it. Only actually last week 2 weeks ago I was on the X-Men show for Justin and John. They do their weekly show, so I'm always there in the comments because I've been reading X-Men with everybody. I know Bobby's always there. And then sometimes we do like Lego builds with them too, and whoever wants to join.
Nice.
Yeah, so you'll just find me around, and hopefully I'm Comic Besties soon.
All right.
Nice.
Awesome.
And again, like she mentioned earlier, guys, go to her YouTube channel. She has a Comic Besties playlist. You can click on there, find Haley's channel. I will retroly go back and I will add Haley's channel into the comments, into the description here with yours.
Yes.
That way they can find it easily enough. But really fun time. Always love the positive energy. And the best thing about you, Candis, is you're a collector's collector. You collect things because you love them and because they have personal value. And that's the best kind of thing, right? Because, I mean, you got to read your stuff. You got to enjoy what you have. And that's what it's all about. Life is serious enough. You need those fun things in your life to offset all the adulting we have to do. Right. And I want to thank the audience. We had a great audience tonight. Obviously, you got a lot of fans out there. We had a lot of people show up to support you. So thank you guys so much for showing up to support Candis. And check her out over on Haley's channel, Shy Comic Girl, and just see what they're got. They're a great team together. They're a lot of fun. And if you haven't checked out her previous 1011 and In the Hot Seat, if you want to learn more about her, go back into my playlist, my live playlist, and watch those. And if you want to see her get grossed out, watch our live watch of The Thing, which we did, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's
we're over
definitely
2K views on that now.
Ooh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so that thing's been doing great.
So fun.
But thank you, everyone, and appreciate everybody coming out. And as I like to end these things, if StreamYard hasn't messed up and taken that away too, no, keep it casual.